It's your boy Cam. Tonight is game night for the Mavericks as they take on the Los Angeles Lakers tonight against Luka Doncic. But we found out that Luka Doncic, Marcus Smart, Bronny James are going to be out tonight just for rest. And damn, I wish Luka was playing tonight just to see how we look against him. And now that we have everybody healthy almost, but it's just best to just rest him tonight, just to avoid an injury. So it's alright. But this should be a pretty good fun game to watch, as since the Mavericks take on the Lakers, and D'Angelo Russell and Brandon Williams will be playing tonight. And good thing to see Brandon Williams back on the court. And he did sit out for almost 2 weeks, but he was supposed to be out for a week. But I guess they wanted to sit him out a little longer just to be cautious, which is totally fine with that. I'm totally okay with them, Brandon Williams sitting out a little longer. And it's just injuries were just a big problem for the Mavericks last year. It was just a really big problem for the team, obviously. But next week is the first game of the year at home against the San Antonio Spurs, and that should be a really good game to watch. And Daniel Gafford should be back by next week, and they said he's supposed to be out 2 to 3 weeks, so it's been about 2 weeks. So they might as well just rest him for the actual season. And it's going to look like that Dennis Smith Jr. is not going to make the roster, and he hasn't got a lot of minutes. And man, I just hate to see him not to make the roster, but he plays defense though. But they said if he doesn't make the team, he'll be going to the Texas Legends, and hopefully he comes back to Dallas once he gets reassigned to the NBA. But man, I honestly thought Dennis Smith Jr. was going to get some reps in the preseason. Obviously, he didn't. But so what I think needs to happen tonight is just these Knicks need to play hard, just finish the preseason strong, and get ready for the San Antonio Spurs next Wednesday night. And I'm so glad to see Victor Wembanyama back on the court, just after he had his blood clot issue in the middle of the season last year. Just so glad to see him back on the court. And Wemby has gotten stronger now. He's got even 10 times better than he was from last year. Wemby's just freaking impressive. If he could just stay healthy, the Spurs are just going to be a problem. It's hard to guard him in the paint. You ain't a 7'5" with handles like that. It's ridiculous. You never see something like that. Somebody at 7'5" with ball handling skills like that. It's like you can't guard that. You can't even block his shot. It's like, especially when he shoots the three. Who's gonna block that? Nobody can block that shit. Damn, that's like. But Wemby's just one of my favorite players to watch outside of the Mavericks. Much respected guy, and just so talented, so fun to watch. And now the Mavericks gave Jason Kidd a contract with distinction, and looks like Jason Kidd ain't going anywhere for a while. And I think Jason Kidd has done a pretty good job in Dallas. First year he got to Dallas, and we got to the conference finals, and we had no bigs, and we were still able to almost go to the finals that year. But I think Luka just carried us to the conference finals. He did that all by himself. But even though he didn't play defense, but Luka was just giving buckets, especially in Game 7, the Western Conference semifinals against the Sun. He just went off. I was not expecting that. A lot of people were doubting us that year. People was like, "Oh, we weren't going to beat the Jazz. Oh, we weren't going to beat the Clippers." Well, the thing is, the Jazz weren't healthy, and the Clippers weren't. Not the Clippers. The Suns weren't healthy either. They hasn't. And once we played the Golden State Warriors, they were a healthy team. We was getting out rebounded so much by the Warriors. Clay was shooting lights out. Curry was shooting lights out in the conference finals. It was just we had just not had no match for the Warriors, and Luka just needed help. And then Brunson didn't play too well against the Warriors. I didn't think the chemistry between Jalen Brunson and Luka worked. It didn't really work, man. And honestly, Jalen Brunson's doing a great job in New York right now. And then second year, Jason Kidd's second year, we didn't make the playoffs. And well, yeah, because we traded Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith for Kyrie, which was a very big mistake. And then our defense was just garbage that year. But offensively, they got better, but we just had no defense. We had no defense, man. But Nico went to work and made some big moves, and we drafted Derek Lively. We had a big, but once we got Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, we were a strong contender team. It's like, and now, of course, we got to the finals. Jason Kidd's third year, but got beat in 5 games by the Celtics. And just Boston was just shooting lights out 3, and they all played defense. And Luka didn't. He was getting buckets, but played no defense. All just kept bitching to the rest, especially in Game 3 in the NBA Finals. He just wasn't a great leader in the finals that year. But yeah, of course, Kyrie struggled playing at Boston, but we're on. Kyrie played well. But I'm so glad that Nico and Patrick Dumont believe in Jason Kidd, that he'll be a great coach for us for the future. And Jason Kidd believes we can win an NBA championship. I believe we can as well if we can stay healthy. Just not have so freaking injuries so much. We'll be good. And then this is the best. Honestly, I think this might be one of the best defensive teams I've seen in a long, long time. And that's what the people are. Kendrick Perkins says he thinks who has a chance going to the finals is a healthy Dallas Mavericks. I can't tell just yet. I don't know. Anything's possible. Dallas could be anybody. It's just they definitely got size and length for this team. This is one of the deepest teams I've seen since 2011, especially the guys coming off the bench. I kind of feel bad about the Luka trade, but I'm still. I don't know, man. Which is the season has got started yet, and once we'll have to see how we do each time we play the Lakers. Depends who we have on the court playing and all of this, like who's injured, and it's just so long. This season is going to be a very long season for the Mavericks, but I believe this team is going to be better. I mean, the rebuilding part, it was just time for a new franchise player, and Cooper Flagg is that future franchise player. And Monday night, Cooper Flagg was at the point guard position, and I think Cooper Flagg played pretty well at the point guard position. I think he did pretty well. And honestly, he's still going some growing pains, but he's going to grow like very, very quickly since he's around veteran players that have been in the NBA for a long time. I like this idea of Cooper Flagg playing at the 1. Jason Kidd talked about this before. He wanted to make Cooper Flagg uncomfortable, and then want him to grow, like playing that point guard. And then obviously Cooper Flagg, and he didn't mind it playing at the 1. You got Clay at the 2, PJ at the 3, AD at the 4, Lively at the 5. That's a big, big lineup right there. Big lineup. That's a big lineup for the Mavericks, and I think we're gonna have doing a very good job at rebounding. And Anthony Davis had a great game, had 25 points. And I think he was kind of trying to take it easy those first 2 games he played for the preseason. But once the real season gets here, you're going to see a different totally AD. We just hope and pray and hope it's just AD doesn't get hurt so much going into this season. And I hope AD stays playing at the 4. I really don't like him playing at the 5. I feel like Anthony Davis was playing at the 5, he was always injured. But at the 4, he wasn't hurt as much. Which I think is really weird. But I can see Anthony Davis at least giving us 25, 24 points a game. I mean, first game he got here in Dallas, he had 26 points before he had this injury. If AD didn't get hurt, he would have probably gave us 40 his first game in Dallas if he didn't get hurt. Like, that was one of the best games I've seen from AD in a long time. Like, my goodness. Like, when AD was just balling out against the Rockets, I was like, okay, now I kind of see why Nico made this trade. I was like, okay. All right, well, Nico might be right about this. Yes, Nico Harrison stated this in the interview. and the season's over. Defense wins championships. I mean, you can't argue with that, man. You can't argue with that. So, obviously, Mark Cuban trusts Nico. I feel like I might be gaining trust with him again as well, somewhat, but I don't trust him 100% yet still. But I get why I honestly do get 50% of the time why they traded him is just case and just drafted Anthony Davis, or if things didn't work out, or if they don't make the playoffs, was to try to get Cooper Flagg. And obviously his plan worked. His plan obviously worked. Do I think the NBA's rigged? Yes, totally rigged. Like, I think the NBA has something to do with this why about the Luka Doncic trade. And then I'm gonna say this, fans. When Luka comes to Dallas, act like y'all got some damn sense. Don't be acting crazy. I mean, y'all can say fire Nico all y'all want, but I wouldn't want to fire him just yet. I mean, yes, I did say I wanted Nico fired because he dropped 45 on us last year at our home court. Yes, I did say that too as well, because I was just worried that our future was just screwed. But now that we was lucky enough to get that #1 pick and get Cooper Flagg, I was like, okay, hold on. I think we're going to be on the right track now. Yeah, Cooper Flagg's definitely going to be a problem in the next couple of years. He's going to continue to grow and grow and grow even more. He's going to grow, probably make him grow really quickly within the next 2 years, since he's around veteran players. I'm just glad we was able to draft him. It's like, yeah, do I think Cooper Flagg's going to receive some hate? Yes, because he's going to a good team. He's not going to a team that's rebuilding. Honestly, if Cooper Flagg was to go to the Wizards or the Jazz, he would have been the best player on the team, especially with the Wizards. If he was to go to the Wizards, he would have been the best player. And now that he's coming to the Mavericks, he ain't going to be the best player for Dallas for a while. Obviously, when AD and them retires, we're going to have to go after some good veteran players to play along with Cooper Flagg. And I think, and like I said, I think Nico is right about this. People are going to want to come play with Cooper Flagg in the next couple years as he gets better and better and better each year. And I think they will as well. So, like, what I'm saying is that if this team just stays healthy, I think the Mavericks are going to be a problem if they just stay healthy. The Thunder is going to give us the most trouble, obviously, because they got size as well. They're a little bigger. Of course, you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's just unguardable. And I have love for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I was glad he was able to get a ring. And this Thunder team just literally came out of nowhere. Like, they go from just missing the playoffs to the #1 seed, and then win the finals the next year. It's like, wow. I knew for a fact if the Thunder just gets one more big, the Thunder are going to win a championship, and obviously, and they did. The Thunder they're going to be a problem for quite a while. And I feel like this Oklahoma City Thunder team is a little better than the Boston Celtics. They drain threes, they play defense, they just do a lot. But much respect to this Oklahoma City Thunder team, man. And next week we play the San Antonio Spurs, and then next Friday night we take on the Washington Wizards. And I believe next Sunday night we take on the Toronto Raptors. I believe that's who we play next Sunday. But I know for a fact for the top those 5 home games we have in a row, I know we take on the Indiana Pacers and we play the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I feel like we can win like 4 out of 5 of those home games. I feel like we can. But I think the Thunder is who we're going to really have a problem with. But do I think we can compete with them? Yes. It's just I think that's going to be our toughest home game on those 5 home games we have. And first road game will be against the Detroit Pistons, but it will be taking place in Mexico City. So the Detroit team is going to be better than they were from last year. I honestly think this Detroit team is going to be better. And Cade has been freaking hooping. Cade Cunningham is a freaking beast. I've been watching him since freshman year at Bowie, and just, man, I much respect to Cade Cunningham. Especially he's from Arlington, too. You gotta love Cade Cunningham. And I might go see the game when the Mavericks play the Detroit Pistons for my belated birthday on the 18th. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Cooper Flagg play in person. And then the other night they played the Detroit Pistons. No, not the Detroit, Utah Jazz. He almost posterized Yusuf Nurkic. I was like, yeah, Cooper Flagg's definitely gonna be a problem. Man, but he ain't gonna give you. I don't expect Cooper Flagg to give you triple digits each game. And he's a great. I think he's a great leader, and he will be a great leader once he continues to grow. And I think Cooper Flag will give you 17, 18 points a game his first year. And I think he'll give you some triple digits in some games, but he ain't going to give you too much like Luka did almost every freaking night. Cooper Flag is not like that. He's a mature kid, and he's only 18 years old. And Kendrick Perkins stated this, that he's the white version of LeBron James. I can't see that right now. I don't see. I kind of disagree with that as of right now because I don't see it just yet. But he may become like that. But as of right now, I see him as a young Jason Tatum. That's who I see him as right now. That's why I see Cooper Flag is like the young version of Jason Tatum. His fadeaway jumper, this is the way his form, how he shoots. As of right now, I compare him to Jason Tatum. I don't even compare Kendrick Perkins. Saying Kendrick Perkins. I don't agree with Kendrick Perkins saying that he compares him to LeBron James. I just don't see it right now. Just no, not even close. I mean, I kind of why I think he's saying that because he's the second youngest player in the NBA that's only 18 years old to play to get drafted, and that part is true. He's the second person in NBA history that only at 18 years old to be drafted. And Cooper Flag has a long, long journey ahead of him. Obviously, he's gonna get bigger. He's gonna get stronger. He's just gonna get better. But that includes my podcast for tonight. I will see you on the next one, and let's hope the Mavericks get the win against the Lakers. But Luka Doncic, we still love you, man. We miss you a lot, and we want to wish you good luck on your first whole year with the Lakers, and we hope you for the best in the future.